Have you ever wondered how online stores seem to know exactly what you're looking for even before you search for it? This isn't magic, it's machine learning in action. In this article, we'll walk through the journey of a machine learning model, from collecting raw data to making predictions that drive a recommendation system on an e-commerce site. Step 1. Collecting data. Everything starts with data. Think of data as the raw material for our machine learning model, just like ingredients are for a recipe. In an e-commerce setting, this data could include information about customers' past purchases, the products they've browsed, their clicks, and even their ratings or reviews. For example, let's say you run an online bookstore. You collect data on what books people buy, the genres they prefer, how often they shop, and what books they add to their wish lists. This data is the foundation of your recommendation system. Step 2. Preparing the data. Raw data is like uncut vegetables. Before you can use it, you need to clean and prepare it. This step involves removing any incorrect or missing data, organizing it into a consistent format, and selecting the most relevant pieces of information for your model. For our bookstore, this might mean filtering out customers who only visited once and never bought anything, organizing purchase histories by date, and focusing on key features like book genre, author, and purchase frequency. Step 3. Training the model. Now comes the heart of the process, training the machine learning model. This is where the model learns patterns from the data. In our example, the model will analyze all the purchase histories to understand what kinds of books different customers like. During training, the model might learn that customers who frequently buy mystery novels also tend to purchase thrillers, or that people who buy cookbooks often look for new releases in the same category. Step 4. Evaluating the model. After the model is trained, we need to see how well it performs. This is like testing a recipe before serving it to guests. You want to make sure it tastes good. The model is tested on a separate set of data that it hasn't seen before to ensure it can make accurate predictions on new information. For the bookstore, this might involve checking if the model can correctly predict a customer's next purchase based on their past behavior. If the model does well, it's ready to be used. If not, we might need to tweak it and train it again. Step 5. Making predictions. With a trained and tested model, it's time to start making predictions. This is where the model uses what it has learned to recommend products to customers. For example, when a customer who frequently buys historical fiction visits your bookstore, the model might suggest new releases in that genre or popular titles they haven't bought yet. These recommendations appear on the website as, "You might also like," or "Customers who bought this also bought." These personalized suggestions are the insights generated by the machine learning model, aimed at helping customers find what they're looking for more easily. Step 6. Continuous learning. The journey doesn't end with the first set of predictions. The model needs to keep learning from new data to stay relevant. As more customers shop at your bookstore, their actions provide fresh data that can be fed back into the model. This continuous learning helps the model improve over time, refining its recommendations and adapting to changing customer preferences. A real-world example of this process is Netflix's recommendation system. Netflix uses a similar approach to suggest shows and movies to its users. It collects data on what you watch, how you rate shows, and even how long you watch before turning something off. The model is trained on this data and continuously updated to give you personalized recommendations that match your taste. In summary, the journey of a machine learning model from data to insights involves several key steps: collecting and preparing data, training the model, evaluating its performance, and making predictions. In the case of an e-commerce site, this process powers recommendation systems that help customers discover products they'll love. By continuously learning from new data, the model becomes smarter and more accurate over time. So the next time you see a spot-on recommendation, you'll know the journey it took to get there.